Hey, Steve Harrison here, and with me is Dr. Ellen, the Midlife Whisperer. Welcome.
Thank you, Steve. Great to be here.
You know, people think of midlife, I think so many times they feel like their energy, they're losing energy, their health is kind of going down, and they're worried about, what if I go to the doctor? What if I go to that next checkup and I get bad news? What do you have to say to them?
Well, I have to say that if you are living and you are breathing, there's more going right than wrong. And so wherever you find yourself, there is so much you can do to change your lifestyle. So I think people are really scared to go to the doctor, or they're even really scared to, enter the gym or change their diet. They get very overwhelmed. And it's interesting because your brain isn't interested in you changing your lifestyle. Your brain is only interested in keeping you safe. And so any change, your brain says, oh my God, this is uncertain. I don't know how to do this. What are people going to think? Maybe I'll lose my friends. What's going to happen when I want to have salad for dinner instead of, fried clams? What's my husband going to say? Yeah. And so we're fearful. We don't like change as human beings, but I am really here to say that there is so much you can do, and you don't need to do it all at once. You can simply drink more water, have an apple for a snack instead of, a Snickers bar. You can work on your sleep. You can work on your stress. So many things that you can do. And, working with your doctor is key to understanding your metrics, your underlying health issues, so that you can start making changes.
But sometimes, for example, you're one of the healthiest people I know, right? You eat a lot of raw food, you get sleep, you make very conscious choices.
I juice.
Right? You juice, there we go. And yet you got some scary news not that long ago.
I did. I actually was diagnosed with breast cancer 4 months ago. On my son's 21st birthday, I got called back after I had a breast density ultrasound. My mammogram was negative in October, and then 6 months later in April, I had the breast density. I was sitting in the radiologist's office waiting for her to come in, and she told me that you have a category 5 mass, which means that there's a 95% chance that it is cancer. And then the next day I had the biopsy and it was cancer. But fortunately, because I get my annual screenings, it was about the size of a dime. And so I was able to have a lumpectomy. I didn't need to remove my breasts and have a mastectomy. So I was able to spare my breasts, keep my body the way I wanted it to be. And then I had radiation, and I'm also doing some immunotherapy. So I was really fortunate. So I'm here to say, healthy people can get, any woman can get breast cancer. So it happens to a small segment of men as well, but I was shocked, but I'm here to say too that it's not your mother's breast cancer. Detection is so good these days. We have so many different tools like mammograms, like breast density scans. And then we have such great diagnoses to understand exactly what type of cancer you have and what is the best treatment. More and more women aren't needing chemotherapy, or like in my case, although my oncologist recommended it, I decided to not do the chemo. I'm doing both complementary alternative care as well as conventional care. So I'm doing things like I'm taking intravenous vitamin C, which is a lot of research around it. So I'm here to say that it wasn't fun, but it really wasn't my picture of what breast cancer is.
You're a wellness coach, you're a dietitian, you've written a book, right? Rock Your Midlife, and you talk about making your next chapter your best chapter. How did you use this experience to make it your best chapter?
Yeah, well, first, understanding that part of rocking midlife is that life gets rocky, right? Mm-hmm. You're going through menopause. You might have a health crisis. You might have a relationship issue. So, that's a piece of it. It's normal, and that's where that self-compassion piece comes in. When things go wrong, it's common humanity. It's not like, why is this happening to me? But people suffer, people get sick. It's a normal part of life. So I understood that piece. I loved myself through the process. I understood myself, my own core values, for example. Wellness is one of my core values. So for me, when I was weighing out what to do, I was always looking at, okay, when I'm 80 years old, will I regret this health decision? Always looking through that lens, and also standing back, I really understood empowerment. I understood what it was to be an advocate for myself and my own health needs, which I'm here to say to women, that's what you need to do. You can get rushed through this funnel. They want, they want boom, boom, boom. They want it to happen really quick. And it is cancer. And it is scary. And if you don't address it, yes, it can kill you. But you can slow down the process. You can do your research. I actually hired my own, integrative doctor to support me, as well as having my more conventional team. And, I have to say, I really rocked the process. And it wasn't at all as horrible as in my imagination. It's so interesting that fear and suffering in our mind is always so much worse in our mind than the reality. And I received such compassionate, wonderful care, both from the conventional team as well as the complementary team.
Good words. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.